Hello everybody and welcome back. We're doing a little bit of an expansion today. The bank has gotten pretty popular with some of the other players on the server and we need more room. So what I'm doing is actually taking out this back wall, and you see I'm using a diamond pick, that way I can actually reuse the obsidian. And then I'm going to expand it, the floor space, a whole nother 4 blocks. So I've started already with some mold casting, and I figured I'd use today's video to kind of show you how to do mold casting with lava and water, just in case you haven't actually seen how to do it yet. So let me just take this last block here and then we'll actually go pick up some lava and go from there. Alright, so again, using a diamond pick allows you to actually harvest the obsidian and reuse it. You could use another pick, but it'll take you 4 times as long and it will destroy the obsidian. So at least this way we're getting to reuse some of our goods. So what I'm going to do now actually is go and get some lava. But before I do that, I'm just going to make ourselves a little infinite well. Now I have one right over here, but it's convenient to have one near your work site. And so I'll show you how to make a little infinite spring here. You need 2 buckets of water, and you need a square cut out in the ground, 2 by 2. And we'll put it right here. This will be convenient for us. So I pull up my shovel. Yeah, empty my inventory. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut a little square in. And what you want to do to make this infinite is put opposite corners. So I have some water there, so I need to get some in that corner. So come over here and boom. So now you can see I can take water whenever I want, and it'll become infinite. So that'll make it very convenient when we're mold casting. So now that we've put that there, it's time to actually go get some lava. And conveniently, in my main mining area, I actually have access right to the lava level. So I'm going to show you, I'll go down there, take a trip, and then what we'll do is we'll cut in and out as we're making some progress on the project. You'll need to watch me run back and forth the whole time. Probably not the most entertaining video. Alright, so we're running down to our mining camp. And a little bit ago, there was actually a creeper down here, so I think someone's done some expanding and forgot to put enough lights in. So just got to be careful. Yeah, see, that's new. I don't see him, so we're okay for now. Alright. So we'll go down here and grab some lava. And again, I mentioned it in a few videos ago when I actually first built the bank. It's a very time-consuming process. It does take a lot of effort to get enough lava to build all that obsidian. And so, that's something you'll want to keep in mind. That's interesting. Oh, this is where a creeper blew up. Well, alright. There we go. I'll fix that later. So, here's my lava pool. And what I'm going to want to do here, and I'm actually going to use a normal stone one. Don't want to wear out the diamond if I don't need it. Try to only use it on obsidian. I'm going to dig around just so I have a little ledge to work on. And this will give me access to the lava, because you need to actually get the still lava in your bucket. That's just kind of how it works. Now you can fill your bucket through moving lava, because there's a lot of times there's still lava underneath. For example, right there. But you do want to fill it up, because lava is not infinite, unfortunately. Alright, so that'll give us 5 pieces of obsidian. And so then we run back. And so you can see this is a long process, particularly if you have a while to go until you get to your lava source. So it can take quite a bit of time. Now, I could flood it down there and harvest all the lava, and then or harvest all the obsidian and then bring it back. The reason I don't do that is I get really bored harvesting. I'd rather walk back and forth a lot than sit there and just spend 15 seconds per block of obsidian. Again, it might be more efficient just to farm it down in the lava area, but this is a little easier, and I don't waste any lava. By bringing it here, I can control how deep it is, and so the obsidian blocks don't fall into lava underneath, so there's no or very little waste. So here's what we'll do. We're going to run back, and I'm going to pour a layer. And then I'll cut in and out and just show you some updates as we're going. Oh, that's a weird chunk error. Look at this. There it comes. There we go. You can see my pet dog back here. The comments so far pretty much told me that once they're tamed, we're going to call them dogs, even though it is a wolf. I haven't named it yet. There have been some good names suggested, so feel free to add some suggestions of your own, and I'll be sure to look at them. So now for the casting, it's very simple. You just pour your lava, 1 per block, where you want your obsidian to be. So nice and simple. You don't need to do this end cap that I'm about to put in. I like to do it just because it helps me remember exactly where I went. So I have these 5 blocks. Then, very simply, all you do is you pour moving water over the lava. So not into it, but over. I just drop it in a corner, and I can seal it back up. And there we go. 5 pieces of obsidian. So rinse, repeat, and eventually you'll be able to build it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more lava, and I'll hop back in. I might actually go grab some more buckets so it makes it look quicker. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do the mold casting piece, because pouring into the ground, not as exciting. All right, be back in a second. And we're back. And so in the meantime, what I have done is taken away all the excess wall, picked that off, and I went and got a lot, and I mean a lot, of buckets of lava. So I used up pretty much all my remaining iron I have right now, which means next few videos might be actually exploring and going down and getting some more. So that'll be kind of fun. But anyway, so now we have a bunch of buckets of lava, and I still have a few more in a chest for me. I filled up my whole inventory, so I have like 3 or 4 more left. And what we're going to do is we're going to mold cast. And so you saw me put down this first layer, so I'm actually going to finish this layer with blocks that I mined off, because this isn't the exciting part. The molding part is where it gets kind of cool, because you have to kind of think in missing space. And what I mean by that is, when you're molding, what you're really doing, is you're filling in holes, and so you got to think in that way. So for this case, what we're going to do is we're going to start by building up the wall here. And so by putting this hole in, and I'll actually go all the way around, I'm going to do this in one swoop since I have enough lava. By putting the hole in, what I'm doing is I'm making the frame that the lava is going to sit in. And so you kind of have to think this through, because if you mess it up, you could have, one, lava going places you don't want it, or 2, you can have excess stuff that you have to mine away in a little bit, and frankly, I don't want to deal with that. So you can see now what we're going to do is we're going to fill all of these spots with lava. Then we're going to pour some water. So we'll do this layer, then once you see the idea, we'll probably finish up until we get to the roof, and we'll finish off with the roof. So let's do some lava pouring. And again, you'll see them pouring 1 bucket of lava per square. And I'm being careful, 1, not to fall into the lava, but 2, also to make sure that I get everything in where you need it. Now, if you miss a spot, and actually I'll miss one on purpose here. So let's see, we'll skip this square and we'll go here. If you miss a square, what will happen is instead of getting obsidian, you'll get some gravel. And that's not a big deal. You can just pick it out and then drop obsidian in or drop some more lava in. So it's not the end of the world at all, but it just saves you time if you do it right the first time through. Alright, so we need 2 more buckets. Now you can see how much lava I've already gone through just to build this little piece of the wall. So it goes to show you that when you're building all of this, it does take a while to get it. Ooh, that wasn't very smart of me. I forgot to get my bucket of water. There we go. And I did that because I don't want to risk jumping. I'm not the best at jumping, and falling in does not seem like a smart idea right now. Alright, so again, we want to make sure we put the water here. I'll go ahead and put it here just to show you what happens. You lose a whole lava. So we just lost a lava by doing that. So you want to make sure you put it above the lava so it flows over it and not into it. Luckily, I should be okay. So put it over. There we go. I'll take care of a bunch of them. Fill the bucket. Come down here. So you see where we missed? Instead of getting obsidian, we got gravel. And that's only because we didn't have enough lava in there. So this is something to keep in mind while you're mold casting, is you need to fill every square if your goal is to get obsidian all the way down. There we go. And that's 1 full layer. So the next thing I would do is, since we're building up, is I'm actually just going to keep adding more dirt. And you can see that's why I'm carrying a stack of dirt, and I'll be getting a lot more as we need to build the rest of the structure. And the convenient part is I have the wall here, and so it actually just builds right into that. So here we go. And so I'm just going to keep doing this until we get to about the top here, and then we'll finish up with the new roof, and that'll be it. And we'll show you the new space and kind of how much bigger it is now. Alright, so, actually here, I didn't show this in my original tour because it's supposed to be a secret, but I had a painting right here, and I'm going to have to move this entrance. But actually, you can walk through paintings, and I'll show you this in a little bit, and create a secret little lair. Kindly go away. So this is where I keep my personal vault and my personal little apartment area. With all my diamonds. So that's why that's hidden away. And you can see I did cheat a little bit. I gave myself some glowstone since you can't get it in multiplayer. We're going to be building some street lights along the road, and I thought glowstone would look a little nicer. So we're going to be doing that. Alright, I'll finish up building and we'll be back in a little bit. And here we are. We are done with all the pour casting. You can see I've replenished our lava. Hopefully I have more than enough at this point. And the only thing we need to do now is finish our roof. So the safe way to finish the roof would be to actually have a divider, do this whole side, fill it, do that whole side, fill it, take the divider out. but I'm feeling lazy and a little daring today. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to do this move and go. Well, that's not going to work. So I'll play it a little safer. Alright, so let's drop one here. And we'll do this back wall piece at least. So because I'm being lazy, what's actually really going to happen is I'm going to have a lot of gravel to clean up. But that's okay. That gravel will help us by putting down the layer we need for us. So it makes it a little easier even. So now I can just go through here. See, why do extra work if you don't need to? Alright, so we'll do the same type of thing here. Let's just swap out these buckets. I wish there was a way we could deconstruct items, because I'm not going to need this many buckets again, hopefully anytime soon. I built the bank out of obsidian for creeper attacks, so I figured, if I'm going to store all my goods in here, I want to make it fireproof and explosion-proof as much as I can. But really, I'm not planning on building anything else too soon out of this material again. So here's hoping to get a little break from that, because it does take quite a bit of time. Although I do like the look of it. Alright, so now we can start filling in, hopefully, our second to last layer here. So swapping some more buckets in. So again, you can see how long a process this can be. If it's something where you're bored, you have nothing better to do, you want to kill some time and play some Minecraft and feel like you're accomplishing something or doing real work, it's a great way to spend that time. But otherwise, it can be a little maddening too. Alright, fill that in. Excellent. So now we just gotta mine out this, put these in. So you'll notice that I have this dirt floor below me now. So what that means I'm going to have to do is, when I'm done this, I'm going to have to go back into the bank and finish that out by getting rid of all the dirt inside the bank, which shouldn't be too hard. And I'll show you the finished product once I put the chest back in and rehide my little lair. Alright, here we go. So let's do this. Oh, looks like someone else just signed on. You'll see if you're reading that, we may have to reset our server. We're getting close to our map size limit, unfortunately, with our host, and so I need to be thinking about setting down some rules of how far people can explore and whatnot. Mostly because I don't want us to, one, lose anything, and I don't want to have to pay for a larger server at this point. Alright. Looks like we'll have more than enough, but just barely. So, I'm going to pour this last bit. I think I missed one here. There we go. Oh, see, I just ruined it myself. Wasn't thinking. There we go. Fill this hole, and then we'll be good. Alright, so we finished. And you can see now much more room for storage. I've only started putting stuff back in boxes and labeling them. The bucket adventure for the mining. Yeah, I have a lot of buckets. So a whole box of them, gravel, sand. This one's going to be dyes over here, this little free-floating one. I don't think I'll really ever have enough. As I gather dye and wool, I tend to use it right away, so I won't really have enough. Oh, there's some extra obsidian. To actually need a bigger box. But so plenty of storage, lots of room to keep things going in the bank. I put a nice little window in. And I'm intentional, I leave the window too wide, so that way it forces anyone who wants to break into the bank to still have to dig through at least one of the harder blocks. If I put two glass, it's really easy to just pop the glass out. So this is it. I would promise to show the secret area. So behind this painting, and if you didn't know this, if you put a door here and leave it open, it considers it a whole block. So you can keep dropping paintings, and eventually it will cover up the space, and it makes a little secret door. So behind the painting, you have a nice little ladder, and this brings you down into kind of, I guess, I don't know, we'll call it my personal vault slash mini apartment. So some nice artwork, my own private storage of things. Right now it's still extra storage for stuff as I'm organizing again. And then, crafting table and a furnace everywhere you go, and a bed. The only thing I'm thinking I might do now is make a brick fireplace and make it too wide, and so that way I can have a fire, but I'm trying to sneak in a skylight so I can look all the way up and actually see the light. So I might add that as an addition, and that way I can run the fireplace up through here. I'll just have to move some boxes around, and hopefully no one will be the wiser. So we'll see, but this is the new and updated bank, slightly bigger. We needed more room, we needed more storage, and so this should do it. And that's mold casting and renovating the bank. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.